just tell me, after using the social media, or after start using the social media, do you still using the traditional media, or just stop that totally?
Good question. Now, very rarely do we spend money on traditional media. As in, very rarely do we spend money on advertising space on traditional media. However, it's very important to still be friendly with the traditional media in a way where it's more of a PR exercise. You would do an event for a magazine. They would write an objective advertorial about you. The writer would come and include you in an article. It's more believable that way because they can say whatever they want. It's not self-praising ourselves through an advertising. So it's still, traditional media is important. However, it's in a different way. It's not paid advertising. That's what we're trying to stay away from here.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
In the case of hotels, it's much easier to monitor sentiment. How do you do the...
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm saying for hotels, it's much easier to monitor sentiment because you have tools like TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
Someone posts something good, it just posts to their Facebook.
Yeah.
In your case, as a restaurant, what channels do you monitor? Whenever anyone mentions something bad about you, that, for example, off social media, let's say on a food forum, you get notified about it. And what are your steps? Like, what are examples of ways you rectify a user's problem in store besides compensating them with another meal, for example?
Yeah, well, we actually do have TripAdvisor is used for restaurants, just as hotels. So Kukle, for example, is on TripAdvisor. We have reviews ranging from excellent to bad, and we try and address every single point. We have a Facebook page with almost 10,000 fans who are not shy to post their positive or negative comments up on there. We have our Twitter feed for the Alleyway group. We generally keep in tune with what is being blogged or written about us online. We do Google searches, we check it out, and we always try to address every single problem, no matter how minuscule. If we feel that someone left our establishment not satisfied, we always get in contact with that person, and we always try to rectify the situation through whatever means possible.
I just want to ask about the solutions that you were talking about, as trust and how the solution being do you face any problems with these solutions, and are they offered from Expedia and bookings, as you said, or are they just separate companies that you buy these solutions from?
No, they're not. They have nothing to do with Booking.com or Expedia. They're different softwares, different solutions. We do not face any problems. All the bookings that are done through Trust, because mainly we have the interface bookings from Trust. We do not have it from Rate Tiger. So all the bookings that come through Trust give us the advantage of minimal human interference. We do not change anything about the booking. The way it's done, the way it's shown, it's on our PMS. With Rate Tiger, there's another advantage that we can set our ComSat competition. We can see their rates, we can see what they're selling and when they're booked out. So no problems with that.
How do you differentiate between, your tariff? Normally, you're dealing with tour operators here in Lebanon, local tour operators, and sometimes we believe that the online booking or using the booking engines, big booking engines would affect your relation with the local tour operators in terms of prices?
We had some conflict between tour operators, different tour operators. However, we tried to manage that to keeping their, to have our pricing, our rates online are higher than what we sell them. Their rack rates, their FIT rates are lower than our online rates. So we keep their space for marking up their rates in order to sell through their through the tour operators. Yeah, of course, we do protect them. We protect them the same way we protect our corporate, of course.
For both hotels and F&B, have any of you utilized the LBS, stuff like Foursquare, Gowalla, to actually give customers incentives? And how are the results you've seen if you've actually utilized them?
This is something coming up for us, still not done now.
For us, people actually do check in our establishment on Foursquare, but we actually haven't utilized it yet. We feel that at the moment, focusing on more on Twitter and Facebook is more of our priority at at the moment than Foursquare.
Hi, my question's to Ziad. Hey. Have you considered using Facebook's location-based services like Facebook Places to link to your Facebook account to actually link the real world to the virtual world experience and get people to check in from your actual physical locations onto the page?
Actually, yes, we do. We actually do have the places for both Kuklay and the Angry Monkey. However, we haven't taken any. We haven't encouraged anyone within the establishment to check in while they're there, if that's what you're saying. They do that anyway. We have thousands of check-in, but again, just like Foursquare, we haven't totally utilized it. We were just able to claim our places a month ago because they were set up automatically, and we had to send like our official company documents to Facebook in order to claim the pages. So now that we have them, we're trying to bring them in the fold of our online strategy.
Last question, maybe. How often do you really push your customers to use the TripAdvisor despite the sensitivity of doing that in terms of in case they have a sort of negative impact?
Very good question indeed. We all know that Facebook can be a magnet for people who are spiteful or people who have just a one-off bad experience. This is what restaurants and hotels, I'm sure, try to avoid. Now, on our website, we actively we have the TripAdvisor widget, and we encourage people to post reviews. Same thing on our Facebook. In the restaurant itself, we don't do that. I believe that in the restaurant, you will have polarized reviews. So you'll have either fantastic reviews or really bad reviews. Someone to be willing to take time out of their dining or lunching experience to post on TripAdvisor at that time will have a polarizing effect, and you will receive either terrible, mostly, or excellent posts. So we have a softer approach to TripAdvisor. We promote it online. When people are online, people are on our Facebook page, we post reviews that other people have posted. We post a link to the actual page, and we encourage people to do so after to encourage more objective reviews rather than emotionally based reviews.